It's the kind of thing you think will never happen to you. You hear about it, maybe even watch videos like this in disbelief. But I never imagined it would be me. I never thought I'd be the one caught on tape, exposed for everyone to see. But that's exactly what happened. The worst part? It wasn't a mistake. I knew what I was doing. I knew exactly what I was risking. But nothing could prepare me for the moment I saw that footage, the moment I realized just how far I had gone. I had no idea the camera was there. Let me take you back to where it all started, before the camera, before everything went out of control. It's a story you won't forget. I promise you. At first, it all seemed innocent. Just a regular business trip. A quick getaway, just me, a client, and a few meetings. I had no idea I was walking into a situation that would change everything. His name was David. The kind of man who carried himself with power, but in a quiet, controlled way. He wasn't the loud, brash type. He didn't need to be. There was something magnetic about him. Something I couldn't put my finger on, but I felt it the moment he walked into the room. I was there for work, nothing more. That's what I told myself. But I couldn't shake the way he looked at me. Like he could see straight through the professional facade I'd built. He saw the real me, the woman underneath the suit, the woman craving something more. And it didn't take long before I realized I wasn't the only one feeling it. The first time he touched me, it was completely accidental. A brush of his hand against mine. Just enough to send a spark up my spine. And just like that, everything shifted. I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was nothing, just a momentary lapse in judgment. But every time we met, the electricity between us only grew. The way his voice softened when he spoke to me, the way he looked at me when he thought I wasn't looking. He was playing a game, and I was already losing. It wasn't until that night, after the last meeting, when things took a turn. We were at the hotel bar having a casual drink. There was no rush to go back to the office, no work to do. Just the two of us sitting close, the conversation flowing easily. And then, as if it were inevitable, he leaned in just a little too close. Are you always this controlled? Or is this just your professional side? He asked, his breath warm against my ear. I felt my pulse quicken. It wasn't a question. It was a challenge. I'm in control, I said, my voice steady. Though my heart was racing. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have even let it get this far. But I did. His lips hovered near my ear as he whispered, "Let me help you lose control. Just for tonight." And just like that, I was hooked. It wasn't just the physical attraction anymore. There was something more. A need to be wanted. To feel alive in a way that my everyday life didn't offer. But I knew better than to get involved. I knew I was playing with fire. But once we crossed that line, everything changed. I remember the moment we finally kissed. It wasn't wild, it wasn't desperate. But it was intense. Our lips met, slow and deliberate. And that kiss ignited everything. I shouldn't have let it happen. I knew it, but I wanted it. No, I needed it. We went back to his room. I can't even tell you how we got there. It happened so fast. And that's where it all went wrong. That's where everything fell apart. I didn't know. How could I know? It was just a moment of weakness, one mistake I thought was mine to make. But I never imagined there was a camera in the room. When I saw the footage, my stomach dropped. I felt like I was looking at someone else, someone who wasn't me. The woman on that screen on her knees wasn't me. At least, that's what I told myself. But the truth is, I couldn't look away. Every second, every frame was a reflection of my deepest desires and my darkest secrets. The camera had captured it all. Every detail. Every moment of weakness. And it was there for everyone to see. When I saw it, I wanted to crawl into a hole and never come out. The footage exposed everything, the way I had given in. The way I had thrown my morals aside for just a taste of something forbidden. But it wasn't just the camera, it was him. David. He had set me up. He knew what he was doing. And he wasn't finished with me yet. The days after the video surfaced were a blur. I tried to keep my composure, tried to pretend everything was fine, but every time I closed my eyes, I saw that footage again. The humiliation was unbearable. I couldn't get away from the feeling that everyone knew, the whispers, the looks. It was as if everyone had seen that side of me, my hidden, most vulnerable side. And then, David called. I didn't know what to say. How could I? What could I possibly say to him after everything? I knew what I was doing, he said, his voice smooth, calm, as if nothing had happened. You let me in, and now I'm in control. That was the moment I realized what had happened. I wasn't just a victim in this. I had let myself fall. I had let myself be exposed in ways I couldn't take back. David had never been just about the physical. He'd known from the start how to manipulate the situation, how to make me feel things I'd never felt before. The camera? It was just a way to keep me in line, to remind me of what I'd done, to keep me under his thumb. So here I am, telling you everything. I don't know what happens next, but I know I can't go back to the woman I was before. The woman who thought she had control. The woman who never saw the hidden camera. But there's one thing I can tell you for sure. The truth is out, and no matter how much I try to escape it, it will follow me forever.